Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches and welcome to my channel. Today is Tuesday, November 30th, 2021, and this is FlossTube number 41, and this is take 10. Thank you for joining me. If you're new here, this is a channel mostly about cross stitch. I do share a little bit of my personal life, not a whole lot, and I do a little bit of haul every now and then if it has to do with stitchy stuff, and every now and then if I do quilt, I will share that, which I don't quilt as often, but I do try to get some done. So that is what you have stumbled on. If you are returning here, thank you so much for coming back. I've missed you guys. I was gone last week because of Thanksgiving here in the U.S. We had company over, and so I didn't film and I didn't watch FlossTube, so I feel like I've missed out a good week on everybody's lives to figure out what's going on. So our company left Friday. My husband went back to work yesterday. And so, but I had a meeting yesterday afternoon, so I didn't get to watch a whole lot of FlossTube, but I've been catching up. So anyway, how's everyone doing? We had a great Thanksgiving. Our oldest son was in town. I had all 3 kids with me, and plus our middle son brought a few of the students from school who did not leave to go home, or they didn't have, you know, anything to do on Thanksgiving. We celebrate Thanksgiving the Wednesday here in our house. That's how my family did it. And so we always celebrated with my family on Wednesdays and my husband's family on Thursday. So that's what we did. So I got to see my kids. I got to see my granddog. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've seen pictures. And so we had a great time. And I hope everyone else here in the U.S. had a great Thanksgiving. So I did not get stitching done last week. I stitched on one piece, and that was my Bethlehem piece during the week, because I was able to just have one color floss and just it was mindless. I didn't have to switch or anything like that. So it was easy to do with the dog here. I don't know how you people stitch with dogs. You know, after a while, G kind of calmed down and he would lay down in front of me. But for the most part, he was all in my business. So I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done this week. So what did I stitch on for the past 2 weeks? Well, I worked on Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. And this is in the Home for the Holidays book. I am doing this with the Contented Stitcher and Key X Stitch. They have started this. It is Christmas Garden with Friends Sal, I believe is the hashtag. So I worked on, and I'm going to try to do this backwards. I worked on this deer right here, and I worked on all of these, and I was able to bring my border down. Not a lot, but down. So I am using 28 count mushroom Lagana, and I am using the DMC substitution supplied by Blackbird, and it is for the most part a use of blended threads. So this is what I've done right here. You can see I came down right here and I got all of these done and the deer. Pretty excited with my progress. I don't think it's too shabby considering I just work on it Saturdays and Sundays, which are very iffy if I'm going to be home on those days. But, you know, I like it. I really like it. Samplers are not something I think I could stitch solely on, strictly because of they are a little bit more time consuming, but boy, they are beautiful, aren't they? So there it is. And I'm going to see right here is the blended right here. And you can kind of see, you know, a little bit of, not necessarily variegation, but subtle changes in the thread color. I really think it's pretty. So that is that. So my future daughter-in-law came with my son, and she is a nail tech. So she did my nails for me. I've never had my nails done. Like, I've never had a manicure. I've done my own nails, but she tipped and dipped them. So I'm kind of thrilled about that. So it was fun. It was neat. It was neat getting to know her and just talking to her while we did that. So got to know her a little bit better, which is pretty cool. Anyway, like I said, I worked on Bethlehem. And this is by Imaginating. Designed by Diane Authors. I am doing this on a .28 count, I believe. 32 count. I don't know, y'all. I'm doing it on something from Hobby Lobby. It is a linen, and I am doing it with one color of DMC, and I am doing the actual nativity part of it in A12, and this is what I've gotten done. So I am over halfway through. Yeah, I'm over halfway through. Right at halfway through. So that is it right there. Sorry, it's all rolling up on me. I roll up my fabric when I stitch, so that's why it's doing that. So there it is. You can kind of see the little sparkly in Mary and Joseph and the baby Jesus. I do need to put the star right here. I had done it, miscounted, had to rip it out, so I need to put it there. I will be doing the big star, the Star Bethlehem, and all the other stars in A12. I thought about beads. I might still do beads for the individual stars because they're just single stitches, but I haven't decided. But that is it. So yeah, so I worked on this last week, and then I worked on this part while they were here. So, and I've decided I think I'm going to keep a monotone single color stitch going at all times. It is easy to pick up. It's something I could probably bring in the car and not have to worry about. You know, I did the Lost Iris Naps Eliza M. Stone in one color, and this one, and then I have another Imaginating pattern that is in red. So I think I'm going to do that next because I like being able to just pick up something easy that has one color that I can just kind of stitch on. So anyway, next up is my Thibodeau Pew. And Stitchin Mommy did title it P-Card Pew, but it's my Thibodeau Pew. This is a design that Stitchin Mommy did chart for me. It is based on a pew at a local church here that my grandparents had done as part of, you know, a renovation fundraiser type thing. And so that is it right there. These are radio towers with radio waves. But that's the business my grandfather had. And I am doing this on a 28 count chocolate. Well, hold up. Got a clip in here somewhere. Oh, Lord. Okay. This is it. So I think last time y'all saw it, I had not finished the word P-card. And so I finished P-card, and I am working on the coat of arms, which, looking at it now, I do see the outline of the maple leaves, which is hard to do when you're up close, but I'm starting to see them. So I was hoping to have this done by the end of the year, and it will not be done, but I am okay with that. So yeah, so I have two more goals. My grandmother's birthday was in January, and my grandfather's birthday is the day before my mom's in March. So grandma's birthday would be fabulous, and then I have grandpa's birthday. So anyway, so that is it right here. And I'm excited that I wasn't sure how those maple leaves would look, but looking at them on the camera, I can see them. So I'm thrilled with that. She did a great job. If you need something charted, contact Stitchin Mommy on Etsy. She did a fabulous job. So I am working on the next up. I'm all out of sorts with this. I'm working on By the Bay Needle Art. This is Home Sweet Home. This is a 12-month stitch along. You'll get a different little house scene each month. It started November 4th, but I bought mine the week before Thanksgiving and started it. So I'm a little behind, but doing pretty good. Doing not too bad. This is the first house that we're working on. And this is what I got done. So this will be my stitch today. So I'm hoping to finish the grass and the bushes and all that stuff. She did not chart a sky, but I believe either she did or someone else did on the group. They stitched a sky. And I think I'm going to, none of the other houses have skies, so I'm just gonna stitch them as is and then see later on if I want to add a sky or not. I don't know. So that is it right there. I am using the Call for DMCs. And this is an oatmeal, 18 count oatmeal Ada from Michaels. So that's it right there. So that's it. That's all I did stitching. Now, I did go shopping. I did order some things on Black Friday. I ordered some fabric from Color and Cotton the week before Thanksgiving, and it shipped out, and it went from Missouri to Massachusetts. Spent a couple of days in Massachusetts, going back and forth between Middlesex and Boston. And then finally, I do believe it made its way to Baton Rouge. I didn't check it this morning, so I'm hoping last night they put it on a truck and it made its way to Lafayette. And I'll be getting it today. I haven't checked my informed delivery yet to see, and so I'm hoping it arrives. So that is one thing I did. I did order some patterns on 123 Stitch, and I ordered some Dumbo fabric from the Fat Quarter Shop. So I collect Dumbo, and so my goal is to make a couple of baby quilts, 3 at least, out of Dumbo fabric, one for each of my kids for when they do get married and start having kids. No rush. I love grandkids, but I'm not in a huge rush for them to make the wrong decision, if you know what I mean. So anyway, there we go. Okay, I did get some Happy Meal. And then I'll show you the haul that I got. Shopping local and one thing that I ordered. And I know I ordered something else with it, but I don't know the rest. Oh, it was, okay. I know what it was. Anyway, Happy Meal. I belong to a group called Please, Please, Please Take My Unfinished Whips on Facebook. And a lady posted 3 Louisiana themed patterns. And I put my name in the draw and told her which one I would prefer. And that was her rules. And of course I said any one of them would be fabulous. And I won the Louisiana sampler. It is basically, you know, it's got a banner that says Louisiana and then some little tidbits about, I can't show it because there's no, but it's got things like the year we were established as a state, Louisiana Purchase, it's got an oil rig, it's got something from Mardi Gras, which I'll probably change because I don't like Mardi Gras. It does have a crawfish. It's got the state motto, state bird, state flower, that kind of thing. So I'm excited to stitch this. It is a fabulous hand-drawn pattern, dated 1982. So I was excited. She mailed it out promptly, and I got it. In fact, when I got it, I kind of totally forgot about it because I thought, well, it's going to be a while before she mails it, but she mailed it right out. So that was exciting. So a week or 2 ago, I ordered something from 123 Stitch, and it was some DMC thread and some anchor threads that I needed for City of Romance. And I'm blaming Celeste of Celeste Creates on this. I had vowed never to do a Prairie Schooler Santa. I have nothing against Santa. We didn't do Santa with my kids growing up. I vowed never. I am not a fan of, I like some of the Prairie Schooler stuff, but not enough to say I'm going to buy a Prairie Schooler. Well, Celeste went to an estate sale and apparently racked up on cross-stitch patterns, and one of them was a Prairie Schooler Santa that had to do with stitching. So, my godmother growing up, I don't know if she still does, but she collected Santas. So I went online and I looked at all the different Prairie Schooler Santas, and there are 4. And I left my list. It's like 2004, 5, 6, and 7 all have to do with stitching. Yes, ma'am. I bought the quilt one. So I bought this one. And I will be changing out the faces. I put out a plea on the Prairie Schooler board asking for some more ethnic Santa colors. And I have decided to give each of my 4 Santas a different skin tone. If you've looked at the picture of my family, you'll see why. I am about to have a future daughter-in-law with a darker skin tone, and my daughter has a darker skin tone than me, and they're not pinky pale like I like I am. So I'll probably do one Santa that looks like me, one Santa that looks like my daughter, one, well, you know, skin tone, one that looks like my daughter-in-law. And then I'll figure out the other one. But this is what I bought. Santas. Yay. So, yeah, I'm doing Prairie Schooler Santas. So now I'm on the hunt. They go fast. One of them is just a single chart. The others are in the remembered books. And so, this year is 2005. Is that I have. So I am on the hunt for the others. I think I have one more coming in from another order that I made in 1-2-3 Stitch. So that's what I'm looking for, are those. And then my plan is to stitch them this year. I'm going to talk a little bit about my plans later on. There's 4. I figure I can stitch 1 a month. Shouldn't be too bad. And then that way I can make them into some little either pillow ornaments or just ornaments and hang them on a tree in my sewing room. I don't have one, but you know, maybe I will. I don't know. So there you go. I am stitching a Prairie Schooler Santa. And the reason why I justified this is because it's DMC. And a while back when I was at the Creative Reuse store, I picked up one of these, and somebody pointed out to me that this was used for the Prairie Schooler Santas. So there you go. I had everything I needed, just the patterns. Anyway, and then Stitchin' Mommy had a sale, and I bought her temperature tree. I will be doing this for our the year we were married. We were married in 1989, and AccuWeather does have the temperatures, and I need to go there and download them before they decide, hey, you know, we phased out 1989. So I need to go and I need to chart all of our temperatures for 1989. We were married January 7th, so I figured I will just start on January 1st. So anyway, and then my goal is to eventually stitch one for the years, my children's first year. My son was born in March of 98. My second son was born in June of 2000, and my daughter was born in May. Sorry, Lydia. May of 2001. Y'all. Anyway, so they were born in 98, 0001. So I will start with our anniversary in 89. So that is what I bought. And that is it for online purchases that have arrived. So Friday, my husband, I asked him, I said, would you mind taking me to my thrift store downtown? And I said, there's two thrift stores I like to go to. One is downtown, and that's the Creative Reuse store. And the other is just a thrift store. So he took me to the thrift store, and I bought this. Isn't this just the cutest little tin? It was $1.99. It has buttons in it. And I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. I am not sure what year it's from. There's no barcode, so that's kind of telling me it's not very modern. They have buttons in it. So I'm excited about that. I have been looking at button crafts. If you have not looked at those, they're quite fascinating. In fact, I sent a picture of one to my daughter, and she fell in love with it. So they're really pretty. But then I went to they have an inside thing, but every weekend they have outside tables, and where you can fill up a bag for $5 of clothes, and then all of their outside items are 25 cents each. Well, for Black Friday, you fill up a bag, instead of $5, it was $2.50. And I didn't even look at the clothes, but I did find this book for 25 cents. And thought it was kind of neat to have, just a reference. It's just got, I haven't even really, oh look, this is in here, DMC. Hold on, let me see what's in here. Bonus offer. Now get up to 2 books free when you purchase. Oh, well, there we go. Thought maybe it was a chart. But anyway, it's got some really, really neat things on crochet, plain sewing. I guess that's just regular sewing. Linen embroidery on white materials. The sewing and embroidering machine sewing and embroidering. Mending, embroidering on silk and velvet. Gold, applique work, tapestry, knitting, crochet, tatting, macrame. Y'all remember macrame? My mom did that with us back in the 70s. So anyway, I thought it was a pretty neat book. 25 cents, not too shabby. And then I went to downtown and I got this. I do not have this one. I have the one, this was $3. I have the one that has to do with just regular sewing. So I thought it was a good little addition to it, to my library. And it's got quilting and reverse applique, needle point. So it shows how to, look at that. It shows how to basically take a design and draw it out on needlepoint. So that was pretty cool. And I got this. This was 50 cents. And it's basically got all kinds of little charts and stuff like that. I've been wanting to do a band sampler, but I've not found one that I liked. So I thought I could take a lot of these elements and just do my own. So anyway, and this was 10 cents. Every time they have DMC in their 10-cent basket, I grab it. So, oh, I forgot the most thing. I went to Joann's. So I went to Joann's and I got floss for the Santas. Something I want to make for my daughter. And something else. I don't remember. But anyway. So, anyway. Floss. So that was my shopping when I have my husband to tote me around so I don't have to drive in the craziness of it. So anyway, plans. I have my little book. If you've watched me before, I do use a Moleskine daily diary in the pocket size. It's where I keep track of everything. This is just a notebook. It is from Exceed from Walmart. Pocket size, same size, amazing paper. So I made, hold on, let me get there. I had started it this past January and I never did anything with it, but I did a Whip-Go board. Excuse me, a Whip-Go board. And I plan on using Whip-Go to basically work on some projects that I haven't touched in a while. And I'm also going to be throwing in a couple of projects that I have picked up that were Save the Stitches. One of them is the Lavender and Lace Angel that I have. And the other was Ironwork Gate that I picked up. So this is Ironwork Gate. And I'm going to do that one. So that's on my Whip-Go board, along with my 2 30-year-old whips and Pandemic. So I have the Lavender and Lace, Pandemic, Ironwork Gate, Summer Breeze, that's a 30-year-old whip. Acadiana, that's when I started when I first got back into cross stitch. And I put it aside and I just never, it's almost done. Really, it's almost done. And then Silent Night, which is another 30-year-old whip. So I have these, some are on more squares than others. My goal is to work on them one day every week in the month that they're called. I'm not setting myself like, I got to finish this page or whatever. I don't like that kind of pressure. So that's what I did there. And then I have my 2022 goals. They're written in pencil for now because I'm still moving things around. But my 2022 goals are to, oh, look, there's my Prairie Schooler Santas. My 2022 goals are to start a full coverage. Yes. Okay, start Princess Eliana. And I do believe that's a Mirabilia. And the reason why is there's a lady on the conversion group that did one, and she made hers an African-American lady. And I was looking at it. My daughter was looking over my shoulder, and she's like, oh, that is beautiful. So I want to do it for her. And that I figured that'll be a Mirabilia. I can check off I have made one list. Start a chatelaine. I'm still not sure about that. It'll probably be a small chatelaine. Stitch the Prairie Schooler Santas. Stitch, 12 days of Christmas projects. Stitch a full one. My goal is to get one done a year. Document each project started. Fabrics, flosses, all that good stuff. The Blackbird Design Christmas Stockings in the Home for the Holidays books. Contented Stitcher and Merritt Crawford are doing those. They're doing one a month for the first 5 months. And they said that would give them 6 months to stitch them. That way they would be ready for December. So I'm going to try to do that. And then Stitch 'Tis the Season. That is also out of the Home for the Holidays book by Blackbird Designs. So those are my goals. And of course I'm, goals subject to change depending on mood of Stitcher. I'm also going to, I'm sure I'll find stuff throughout the year that I want to do, that I want to join, whatever. I also want to work on my hems. A lot of stuff I want to work on. So, but those are just some things. Like I said, it's start a shadow start things. And so I'm just going to try to start these things and, work on them. I don't want to do anything that's huge because I've learned with pandemic, as much as I love it, it is not something I am ready to commit that much time to. So that is my goals, and that is my stitching, and it was good talking to y'all again. I feel like I missed y'all. So thank you so much for coming by, and if you have your plans finalized for the year, let me know below. Let me know what you think on doing. I know I've been talking about plans for a while and asking y'all, what are your plans? I feel like it's something I've been discussing every week, but I just feel like I need to talk it out to figure out what I'm going to do. And a lot of times I talk it out to myself and that just feels weird. So, talking to my phone is so much better. But at least I know somebody might be listening out there to what I'm saying. But anyway, so those are my plans. That's my shopping. That's my stitching. Hopefully I will get my color and cotton order in today. And by next week, I'll have my 1, 2, 3 stitch and my fat quarter shop orders in. And then I am hoping to, for the most part, not buy a whole lot again this year. I didn't really do it, but hopefully I can kind of stick to it. I will allow myself the purchase of the new, obviously the charts that I want. So anyway, that is all. Y'all have a wonderful week. I hope y'all had a wonderful Thanksgiving here in the U.S. If you're not in the U.S., I hope you have okay. If you're listening to me not from the U.S., when do you guys start decorating for Christmas? Here in the U.S., we have to wait till after Thanksgiving. I wish we would stick our Thanksgiving like they do in Canada more in October, so that we can have more time to decorate for Christmas. So those of you not in the U.S., when do you decorate for Christmas? When do you start? Just curious. Here it seems like some kind of unwritten rule that we can't decorate until after Thanksgiving, which is just crazy if you ask me. But anyway, y'all have a great week, and I will see you all next Tuesday. Bye.